Hi everyone, Melissa here. In today's video, I have an awesome success story, and we're still giving away that free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. The link for that will be in the description of this video. Okay, so I'm really excited about this video because I see this question a lot in our social media comments, and also I get this from clients, and the question is, I'm feeling really bad. Can I still get what I want? I was crying. Can I still get what I want? I was negative today. Can I still get what I want? I'm really frustrated and angry. Can I still get what I want? And the answer is yes, you can. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter how you are emotionally. You can still manifest what you want. Even if you're crying, what you want can still show up. So this success story is a really good example of that. And I want to help clear up the misconception around emotions and manifesting, because there's, Neville has that book, Feeling is the Secret, which I think is kind of maybe where all that misunderstanding started from. It's not feeling like emotional feelings like happy, sad, mad, angry. It's state of being. It's how you are identifying. It's feeling of naturalness that something is true for you. So when you start feeling bad, like you're having an emotional day, something triggers you in the 3D, you react to something, you get mad, you get sad, you get angry. It's okay. We are human. We have emotions. We are meant to feel them. But what those are really just an indicator to you about your state of being. Those feelings are coming from thoughts. They're coming from a meaning you're giving to a circumstance. So use them as a tool to help you shift into a better state of being, into a wanted state of being, which will then result in your manifestation. And I'll give more example as we talk about this success story, but I just really wanted to cover on this topic because so often I hear people worried that, oh my gosh, I had a bad day today. Did I just mess everything up? I've been affirming all day, but then I cried and then I got sad about it. Did I just mess everything up? And I think this video will really help you. Okay, so let's talk about the success story because it is so awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to read you what she wrote to me. Okay, and to this client, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. You're just going to keep, this year is just going to keep getting better and better. Okay, here we go. First of all, I like you so much, Melissa. You are the best, and I truly appreciate you. The first success I had was with money. I showed a large sum of money donated by a member of my family, and this enabled me to top up my bank account. I just decided that things would go well for me and that everything would work out in my favor. I stuck to my guns. As you said in my session, I had nothing to lose and I had to get out of my comfort zone. And I want to stop here for a minute and touch on something. In our last session, this client was very feeling really bad about herself. She had a really, really low self-concept. I mean, and the way you can tell how your self-concept is what are you believing is true about yourself and your life and everything. So in her case, she had a lot of negative self-talk. She really didn't like herself and was very easy to pick out a lot of things that she just didn't like. She didn't think she was good enough. She was very self-critical. So we really worked on demolishing that. Remember, your reality, you are the only one, the only perceiver in your reality. So if you perceive that you are not good enough, if you perceive that you are ugly, if you perceive that you are not smart enough or not chosen or not a good friend, that's just what your experience is going to show up like in your reality, because that's the lens at which you're looking at yourself through. That's a lens at which you're looking at what's possible for you through. So she had a really awful self-concept. So we really dug into that in this last session. And that's what she was saying when she had to get out of her comfort zone, because for her, it was very comfortable to constantly be putting herself down and reminding herself of all the things she didn't like about her life and about herself and about her SP and about her money situation and about her health. I mean, every area of her life, it was criticism and something wrong. She was finding more things wrong in her life than right, more things she didn't like than she liked. And so we really, really worked on changing that story, changing that identity. That's your self-concept. Who are you being? Are you telling yourself constantly that you're broke and you hate your life and you're not happy and no one likes you and your body is breaking down, and pay attention to that inner dialogue, because that's what manifests. So back to her story. Okay, so she said, I had nothing to lose and I had to get out of my comfort zone. Another thing I pointed out to her here is, you're already not getting what you want right now. So what do you have to lose in changing your story? It's already not what you want. So why not just go all in with the new story? And that's what she did. So she says, and that's what I did. Even though I cried a lot because I found it hard to go into my imagination, and I realized that I was manifesting through my consequences. Afterwards, I got a new job, a teaching post at a college I'd wished, and another teaching post at a university as I'd wished. I'm so happy because my dream career is starting to come true, step by step. And finally, remember that little thing I told you about my virtual life? This client is a gamer, so that's what she's talking about when she says virtual life. And there was a friend she made online who seemed like was ghosting her. So we talked about that. So she says, and finally, that little thing I told you about my virtual life, well, my game partner is totally devoted to our game together. He gives me exclusivity, and I intend to keep it that way. Since our last session, it's taken 15 days for everything to fall into place. I've also had some good news. A government agency may be able to help me pay off my electricity bill. All I have to do now is strengthen my mind and tell myself that it's my imagination that creates everything. And really, the fact that I keep telling myself that I'm the god of my reality and that everything is happening in my highest favor helps me a lot, even though I was crying a lot. Followers believe what Melissa says. She has helped me a lot, and now I'm sure that at my next session, I'll realize another of my wishes to have my perfect appearance. So, I mean, that covered a lot of areas. She got results with money. She was really wanting this career stuff to get moving for a long time. So that started moving. She healed a relationship with a friend. So there's so much going on there, but I just really want to highlight, she was crying a lot. It felt really impossible for her at times. It felt really hard for her to change her story at times, because when you've been telling yourself something is true for a long time, that's a thought pattern that's ingrained. That's your default mode of thinking when it comes to whatever that subject matter is. So it's going to feel different and maybe difficult and foreign at times for you to change that story, because you're breaking the pattern. But you have to commit to that, because once that pattern is broken and you create the new thought pattern with the wanted identity, with the wanted story, manifestations you prefer just flow in. They're already waiting for you. They're already available to you. You just can't see them when you're stuck in that unwanted story, when you're stuck in a low self-concept, when you're not realizing your power, when you're giving yourself limitations, when you're telling yourself something's not possible for you because of this and this and this. Anytime you want something and then you start to feel bad about it and think, I can't have it because of this, and this, or it's not possible for me because of this, and this, that's just you keeping it away from you, because there's no other judge. There's no third party saying, well, I'm not going to give her this, but she can have this instead, or she can't have that job, but I'm going to give her this one that pays half as much. Nobody's doing that. It's all you. You are your universe. You are God of your reality. You are the operant power. You are the boss. What you say goes. So when you change your mind, everything changes. I keep going back to this quote, but I just love it so much. When you change the way you think about things, including the way you think about yourself, when you change the way you think about things, the things you think about change. That's it. That's it. All you have to do is change your perspective. Realize your power. Realize how powerful you are and change your perspective. You do that, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you anyways. But if you do that, you will experience more manifestations of what you want versus what you don't. So I really want to challenge you to change your story. What do you have to lose? You're already not getting what you want. Even if you're feeling bad, even if you're crying right now, you can still manifest what you want through the tears. And this client did that. She had a lot of moments where she cried. Even on our call, it was very hard for her to accept good things about herself, or that good things could be true for her. It was really difficult because she, as from childhood, had this awful story going on. You know, we pick up beliefs along the way. If we feel self-conscious, something happened in our reality and we made it mean that we weren't good enough. Maybe somebody said something, maybe multiple things happened and it just kept building that story. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter how you got that story. What matters is that you notice it and to change it. It's always a choice. What story am I going to choose to believe today? And in this now moment, because remember, the past doesn't matter. The future doesn't matter. There's only ever now. It's only ever the present moment. So when you change your story in the present moment, your reality instantly changes. If you can't see that change with your eyes yet, it doesn't matter. It's still true. Persist in it, and it will become visible to you. So I really just wanted to talk about this because we are human. We are going to have bad days and good days. We are going to cry. We are going to get mad. But as you get more comfortable in your power as a conscious creator, you're going to have less bad days and good days because you will be more neutral when circumstances show up. Will there still be things that trigger you? Of course. Like I said, we are human. And sometimes you need a reminder of how powerful you are. But it's noticing those emotions and using them to change your story, using them to identify where what you're thinking is not what you want. And, you know, those feelings are telling you that. You're mad or sad because something is happening in your reality and you're perceiving that it's something you don't prefer. You're perceiving that it's something you don't like. So use your feelings as a guide. Those are a really good indicator of where your head's at, where your mind is at, where your thoughts are at, where your story's at, what you're assuming is true about something. So just, it's okay if you have a bad day. It's okay if you cry. It's okay if you get mad. It's what you do after that reaction that matters. Okay? And it doesn't have to take a long time to change. Like she said, since we last talked, 15 days, everything changed. That's just her timeline. Some people it takes an hour. Some people it takes 1 day. Some people it takes 2 months. Some people it takes a year. You know, everybody is different. It all depends on how fast you can change your story and stick to it. That's it. That's it. That's your only job. So I hope this video helped you. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to react. It's what you do after that matters. And you can still get what you want even if you're feeling bad, because what matters is, what am I telling myself is true right now? What am I aware of right now? Who am I identifying as right now? And if you need help with your self-concept, which I mean, everybody does at some point in life, if you have negative self-talk, if you feel like you're not good enough, if you're noticing more things you don't like about your life than you do, I highly recommend you dig into your self-concept. What am I believing is true about myself and my possibilities in my life? Why do I think I can't have this? I have an awesome self-concept course. It is meant to kick your butt into your power. It is meant for you to finally realize that you are limitless. The link for that will be in the description of this video. And to this client, I'm so happy for you. I know how hard it was for you to get out of that not good enough story, but look how much your life has changed in such a short amount of time because you chose to give yourself that gift. And everyone watching, I hope you choose to give yourself that gift too, because you always have a choice. You always have a choice. What am I assuming right now? What am I thinking is true right now? You always have a choice to assume better. You always have a choice to assume that you can have what you want. Assume that it's possible for you. Okay. All right. I think that's it for this video. I intend this video helped you. And if you guys have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, please put that in the comments. And I will see you in the next one.